Okay, so there's a lot to be said, but not everything will be said. You could say I'm passing time, but it's not just passing time. There's no one to talk to, and I'm a writer. I write a lot of things. I've learned a lot about the world, and I'm quite rare, I would say, because most people don't know much. Most people don't know things that are significant. They don't know about philosophy, science, history, finance, and religion. And that's why the world is so broken. Actually, if I say the world is broken, we need to focus, we need to ask for whom. So the world is broken for people like me. And what I'm talking is what Gen Z should be concerned about. It's the state of the world. The world is in a dire state, and I'm not joking, or I'm not trying to spread fear when I say we're living in the end of times. And by we again, who does that mean? It means people like us, common people, not the rich people, because even if the world is being destroyed, they'll remain till the end. They'll be the last ones to perish, and it's questionable whether they'll even perish. They have so much money and resources and power that they might survive even when all of us die. See, you hear people saying that they'll go to Mars, people like Elon Musk, who plans to uh, create settlement in Mars. What nonsense is that? See where their brains are going. They know how much they have destroyed the Earth, and they're saying we'll go to Mars. That's nonsense. The main problem in the world today is climate change. If you look at it with your eyes, and what causes climate change? It's human beings uh, not understanding their responsibility. See, we have immense power. We have the potential to do very great things, and we can also do very destructive things. So you can see what we are doing today. I'll tell you the facts. Um, you can search it on the internet. Do you know how many trees are cut in a day? I've told this to quite a few people by now, and it's going to blow your mind. You can't believe it. If I start talking numbers, your mind can't calculate it. It can't understand anything. So 42 million trees are cut in a day. You can just Google it. 42 million. So entire forests are being wiped out each day, and we are living in this world. We know how important forests are. If you're uneducated or educated, you know forests are important. Especially if you are educated, really, you'll know that we need forests. Not just for oxygen, but for a lot of things. Forests are the backbone of our ecosystem. Without forests, we'll die. And 42 million trees in a day. And why is that happening? The number one reason why deforestation is happening is meat consumption. See, um, People in America, in Europe, and developed countries eat meat all the time, every day. They eat a lot of meat. And these animals from which they obtain meat, they need fields and they need to graze. So most of the forests are cleared to create grazing fields. And with each year, the demand of meat is going up and up. And if, as soon as people become prosperous, they start eating more meat. And this is a genocide that we're conducting very systematically against animals. And people love meat. If you tell them not to eat meat, you will become their enemy. And genocide is happening as we live. We are clearing forests. The rate of extinction of species is 100 to 1,000 times faster than its natural rate. And every day, plants and animals are getting extinct. And if you look at the data, in the last 50 years, the biodiversity has decreased in the world by an average of 70%. In some places, it's around 90%. So that means in the last 50 years, we wiped out 70% of wild plants and animals. And this is genocide. We are conducting it against animals that we domesticate, and wild animals and wild plants. We are doing it. And we are also doing it against humans. Wars are happening. It's happening in Ukraine, in Palestine, and it's happening in Congo, some other African countries. War is happening. People are dying, and people don't really know what they're dying for. Lives for them are really pity. It's petty. Lives, they're just lost. Rivers of blood flow from the slaughterhouses, and we keep animals locked away. We don't see them. But if you look at the videos from PETA, PETA, People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, if you see the videos, you're going to throw up or you're going to start sobbing. You'll start crying if you see what we are doing to animals. Our entire civilization is made on the backs of animals. We eat meat, we use dairy, and when there's winter, we wear fur clothes. Fur clothes comes from animals. In most cases, they're killed, and fur is removed from them. And then we wear leather shoes and belts. That leather is the skin from cattle, from cows and buffaloes. We have so systematically monetized cruelty in our world that animals are objects for us. They're objects for our consumption. We don't respect life. We don't respect truth. We don't want to find out truth. See, people like me who are not very rich, who don't have a lot of luxury, they'll understand. And you should try to understand that the world is not a good place. It's a very dangerous place. And there are always 99 fools and one right person, one wise person. And the world is full of fools. They're destroying it. They're eating the world. And let me talk more about the cruelty against animals. We know that we eat a lot of chicken and fish. If you look at the data, millions of animals, billions of them are killed each day. so that we could use them, we could eat them. It includes goat, cattle, fish, poultry, pigs, all of them. And all of them live in very miserable conditions, especially chickens and pigs, and also cows. If you just look at the videos on the internet, go to PETA, YouTube channel or Facebook, you'll see the videos, and you won't be able to see them fully. There are so many ways we are torturing animals. It's unbelievable. The child within you will die when you see the reality of the world. Wherever you go, animals are being used. If you go to travel somewhere, if you go to travel in the mountains, you'll see animals are carrying loads. There are donkeys and asses, and there are horses. If you go to jungle safari, elephants are being used. If you go to the Middle East, to the desert, you'll see camels are being abused. And even in Olympics, you can see animals are trained, and that's abuse. Training animals is abuse. There's horse riding, stuff like that. That's animal abuse. Animals are not meant to be trained. It causes a lot of suffering for them. Teaching them a few tricks is one thing, and training them on something they're not supposed to be doing is completely another, like riding a horse. Horses are not born so that you ride them. That's not the purpose of their life. Elephants aren't there so that they'll take you on a jungle safari. Chickens aren't born to be served on your plate. I'm not vegan at this point. It's very difficult in our system, and it's also discouraged. We're too dependent on meat and milk. And now milk is another big scam. Whenever you're buying milk, you're buying the torture. You are funding the torture of the cow. Cows are impregnated artificially, and milk is taken from them. See, you need to understand the natural process. Milk does not come just like that. It's for the calf. And calves are separated and killed most of the time. And we take milk from the cow. It happens for a few months, and then it stops giving milk. We inject the cow with hormones so that we get more milk. And when it stops giving milk, we impregnate the cow again, and it starts giving milk again. And for a period of 5 to 10 years, they can give milk, after which they become old and then they're incapable, and then they're sent to the slaughterhouse, and you get cheap beef from that because all the value that could be obtained has already been obtained. You got all the milk, and then you'll get the beef, and from the skin we'll get leather that we use to make our leather shoes and our belts. You see how common leather shoes are, right? In our schools, we must wear leather shoes. What is that? That's animal skin. That's the skin of cattle. And it's also said by factories that it's a byproduct. That's another nonsense. That's no byproduct. It's an important product from this industry. Leather. And fur trade is happening. Similarly, other things are also obtained from animals. And it's extremely cruel. We have become very indifferent. and climate change is happening. The number one reason is meat consumption. Meat consumption causes us to clear out forests so that we could make grazing fields. Animals graze there, and cattle produce a lot of gas. It's natural for them. They eat grass, and in their digestion, they produce gas. So, in this world, there are more animals that we use than the wild animals at this point, and they're producing so much gas that's causing climate change. Those are greenhouse gases like methane, carbon dioxide, water vapor is also greenhouse gas. Ocean is being warmed. A lot of water vapor is released from that. It's a greenhouse gas, and destruction is happening even in the ocean. Acidification is happening. We have polluted it. Coral reef is being cleared. Coral reef is the most biologically diverse place on the entire planet, and coral reef is being destroyed. There is Great Barrier Reef close to Australia, and in the past years it has greatly been destroyed, and it's a place of great biodiversity. And now everyone just thinks of themselves and their petty lives, and somewhere within us we know that we are all connected. We share our fate, and we know what we are doing to the planet. We have become indifferent. But I don't want Gen Z to be like this. I don't want our generation to be just like the previous generations. We aren't as poor or dependent as they were. We don't need to surrender like they did. And we are much more educated. You need to find out. You need to wake up. You're just entertaining yourself. Wake up to reality.